Zoo terrorist government were looking for ways and manners of stopping the marvelous work of the Biafra Defense Forces in the homeland. These Biafra Liberation Army resistance fighters, the Biafra Navy, the Air Force, has assisted to the defense and the liberation of the Biafran, the terrorist invaders that comes into Biafra land. The Nigerian terrorist government have shouted and cried to international community and the entire world for them to do everything they can to stop the Biafra Liberation Forces, who have a reason to defend motherland from the terrorist invaders that have come in on a daily basis. Not the governors, not the senators, not the ministers, not the paramount rulers, and not any other big man in one Nigeria have done anything to stop the terrorists that have a reason to kill our women and children in their sleeps. Our honorable and indomitable Prime Minister and our Supreme Leader and the entire Biafra Defense Forces who sacrifice their lives on a daily basis just for you to be alive. These are the people that have told the path of freedom without asking for any benefit from anybody. As we speak now, they are in the battlefield. They are putting their lives on the line so that Biafrans can be defended and protected. All what they ask from every Biafran is obeisance to what the Biafra Liberation Forces are saying in the homeland. They are saddled with the responsibility of combing the terrorists in our homeland. They are the only lifeline that we have. They are the defense, they are the protection, they are the savior, they are the hope, they are the only defense of the Biafran people. Biafrans were slaughtered in Eyamufu, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, and many other places by the Fulani terrorists. We saw dead bodies of Biafrans littered inside the church, where they went to churches and then they were slaughtered inside the church. Did you see any of the governors go after these terrorists who slaughtered our children inside the church? No, you did not see them. Did you see them create a group of armed men to go and hunt and bring down any of the terrorists that slaughtered our babies and our women and children in the churches? You did not see any of them. What you saw was that after a few days, they released a group of armed men, a bubago mixed with the terrorists that they bring from the far north. And then they went to go and do the unfinished business that these terrorists, which they sent, had not finished completely. And that is how you came about seeing the littered bodies of Biafrans in the community, where you see armed men accosted a young man coming back from the stream. And the young man said, I went to the stream to get water. And then what they were saying is that, where is Papa Biafra? Where is Mama Biafra? He said, I went to the stream to fetch water. I don't know what you're talking about. The next thing is that they shot him on the head and the brains shattered to pieces in broad daylight. We have posted the videos out. We have posted the photos out. That is not the only one. We've seen other ones that they shot inside the bush, tied the head and the hands to the motorcycle or the motorbike, and then they drag the body on the floor all around. We saw others they packed inside trucks, many of whom went to the bushes to walk. They went and accosted all of them, brandished them terrorists, and then shot some of them to death, while some of them escaped to be alive to tell the testimony. And while others that could not test the testimonies, their families are crying at this very point. Their families are crying and wailing so hard. Please, if you are calling this line, stop calling. And we have seen their families crying all over the place with the dead bodies of these people, even taken away by the terrorists. We are not here to condemn and then to let go. Oh, condemning is not enough, but the Biafra Defense Forces have arisen to avenge the death of the Biafrans that have been slaughtered. That is why the Biafran Defense Forces, through the headquarters, unveiled the announcement of a 2-day lockdown. And in this 2-day lockdown, the banks and the schools will have to listen to this announcement and then resume their duties afterwards, while the Secretariat and the Court of One Nigeria, their barracks and checkpoint and everything that answers their name will be leveled down. So listen to yourself and take the message very well. Biafrans are to do what? Obey the instructions of this sit-at-home. Give way for the Biafra Liberation Forces in the homeland to do their work. Stay 2 kilometers away from the checkpoint, civil defense, barracks, and anything secretariat that has to do with One Nigeria. This announcement has been on since last weekend. Since after the last fundraising that we had, or town hall meeting, this announcement has been on. Do not say you have not been told. Tomorrow marks a different phase and the beginning of this liberation. After the official declaration of the restoration of independence, United States of Biafra in Latin. Please put it correctly when you are explaining to people. We did not do redeclaration. No, you don't declare 2 times. What we did was the declaration of the restoration. We declared in 1967, so we had to restore that declaration. So we did a declaration of the restoration of independence, United States of Biafra. So tomorrow, going forward, the zoo terrorists will see a different shape of our restoration. And it is a very big message for the international community and for Finland and for the entirety of One Nigeria to understand that it wasn't about our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. It wasn't about our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but rather it has been about the Biafran people. The Chief of Defense Staff headed this Department of Defense in the homeland. He has been there from time immemorial. And I wonder why you will be going around shouting Simon's name everywhere. Or maybe you will come to be shouting APM's name going forward. Or maybe you'll be coming to shout every of the cabinet members going forward. That is bunkum. Go to the homeland, cross the red line, and then go and meet men of your calibers so that you can show your force there. Let the entire people, let the world at large understand how capable and formidable and defensive you are when you meet the real men on ground. Do not go into the community killing Biafrans at random, because some of you were actually sent to come and distract us. But we have watched you all closely and seen that you were here for a very evil agenda. Starting from the convention and after the convention, we have seen the way many of you have behaved. And you know what? This sit at home has actually done what? Expose many of you to the real nature. If you have been with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Prime Minister all these years, and whenever we declare it at home to mourn the death of Biafrans and to avenge their death, you clap, you laugh with your 32 from your backside. That means you have ever not been with us. But this very sit at home has exposed your real identity. People that claim to have been with the Prime Minister and Onyendu all this while, when we now see that Biafrans have been murdered, and then Biafran people declared sit at home. Biafran people declared sit at home now in 2025. You stand up to do what? To fight the sit at home. This is a clear indication and exposure of who you have ever been, because you never showed your real self before. The Zoo terrorist government had recruited many of you to be amongst us all this while. But you know, many things happen for a reason. I stood on this very place where I am now, and I addressed Biafrans from the convention. And I said, this time that Prime Minister is not here is a time of probation. It is time to see the decisions that you will make, the things that you will do, how you will do it, and how you will fall off the rail, and how you will fall yourself, your hands, because you're not going to fall the hands of the Biafran people. It is time to expose who you really are, to show your capability, and also to see if you were really for Biafra. Prime Minister gave you all time to show what you are made of. This sit at home has actually brought all the enemies of Biafra together. How could you have thought that even those that were shouting Biafra with me in the Biafran government cabinet will come out today and be fighting against sit at home, which we have used as a multidimensional approach against the terrorists of one Nigeria for the past 3 years? Today, they are campaigning, they are doing broadcasts, they are doing program, and they are against the sit at home that Biafran people declared to mourn their own death and to revenge the death of their own. It is sacrilegious, not just sacrilegious, but it is a position of the enemy, and for people to understand that it is not all those that follow you into the bush for hunting are actually coming for the antelopes. Some of them are following you to turn you into the antelopes in the bushes. It is not all those that go to church and shout, God, 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 holy, 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 and shake their head to give prophecy, that are actually prophesying from Chukwokike. Some of them are prophesying from the devil. The opportunity has availed itself for us to see the sheep and the wolves, for us to be able to know who we can send down to where lions and where enemies are supposed to be. We call on all Biafrans to abide by this sit at home. 1, you are to mourn the death of Biafrans that have been massacred. 2, the Biafra Defense Forces will engage the terrorists that did what? That slaughtered our women, babies, and children. 3, the zoo terrorists have to release our leader, our supreme leader. We saw the shambles and the drama that they did in the court. We are not paying too much attention to that yet, but the time is coming when we will do what we have to do. Our prime minister must be released. Finland, take caution from sit at home and understand that it is not our prime minister that has ever done anything all this while. It is the Biafran people that have been doing it. And this sit at home is a stepping stone and explanation for you to understand that. No decision taken here is taken by me. No decision taken is taken by my APM. No decision taken here is taken by any of the cabinet members individually. No, it is taken by the collective decision of the Biafran people. Biafran people cannot remain unprovoked while you slaughter them and cut their heads off on a daily basis. No. The people in the far middle belt have remained unprovoked, and then they continue to cry at the mercy of the terrorists on a daily basis. The Biafran people say, no, better we fight to the last man standing and defend our babies and children. So if you are a Biafran and you have been misled to join forces with the enemies and attack the multidimensional approaches that we have used this far, to liberate ourselves, which is to sit at home, you have marked yourself a prime enemy of the Biafran people. And going forward, you need to desist. And if you have been confused and deceived all this while, that you now devoted your money and your funding to the liberation of Biafra to something else, I'm calling on all of you to have a rethink. We have many things to do. The liberation of the homeland is one. The lobbying of the political and diplomatic work of the recognition of the United States of Biafra, which we just declared 2024, lie in our hands, and we cannot do that with saliva. Neither are we going to do it with sand. We need money to pay the lobbyists. We need money to pay the attorneys. We need money to engage all the international bodies to do what they have to do. We need to start having conferences that is sponsored by us, the government of Biafra, to be able to speak for us and to bring our discourse to the table of the international realm, so that people will sit back and then put in and say one or two, and this will spark the debate about the Biafran people. It is not time for mere gossips. That is why I ignore some things I see in the media. I choose what to engage, and I'm calling on the media of BRGI. Going forward, you have to follow what I say you should follow. Don't waste your time on things that will not bring fruit to our progress. The APM is very busy, and his table is full of responsibilities. You may not be seeing him coming out every time to talk now and then. Yes, because the responsibility on him is heavy. He hasn't worn that shoe for a long time now, and he's trying very hard to suit that shoe. Yes. So don't try to kill him before his time. It is not an easy task that he has handled for the past years that Prime Minister has been here. And now the one that we have handed to him is very, very heavy. All we need from all Biafrans is your support. Yes. And I got a message that APM was on space this afternoon, and he did make a point that we need more people to join the lobbying sponsorship team and the attorney sponsorship team. Yes, we had a lobbying sponsorship team and the convention sponsorship team before the convention, and you all know how you contributed massively to make the convention a success. Even as we got to the convention, and then the money that was supposed to be released, which everybody had bought their ticket and contributed for it to be released for, it was hoarded away by Madam DPM of USB Nigeria. The APM used his wisdom to look for money from his own ways and manners to clear off the bills. If he did not do it, many of you today will come back accusing him and say, you are the finance minister. Why didn't you show yourself? And why didn't you do what you were supposed to have done? But you see, he saved the shame. He saved the situation. He cleared the air. He made us all to have a history today. He made us all proud, because the enemies of Biafra had planned to use that position and that time to destroy what the Prime Minister had worked so hard to be. That is why, on the mandate of the Prime Minister, which he has shouted and called and proclaimed, I know when Biafra will come. And then when they say mention the name, he mentioned 2nd December. There were many people that were not okay with 2nd December. So they worked so hard to see that 2nd December is scrapped from the system, and they changed the date to a different date that will suit them, with no excuses of any kind. But we got the ratification done. We voted and adopted it. Today, it is in history that Biafra was declared by 517 delegates of the Biafran people. Your history will continue to speak for eternity. But while that is done, and while we look up to the international community for recognition of the United States of Biafra, BRGIE has a lot to do. And let me clarify something. On BRGIE, we were created On BRGIE, we conducted the referendum. On BRGIE, all the arms of government that have come to be under this Biafran government, instituted by our Prime Minister with his entire government, came to be under BRGIE. On BRGIE, we launched the ID card. On BRGIE, we launched the Bank of Biafra. On BRGIE, we gathered in Helsinki in 2023. On BRGIE, we gathered in Lati in 2024. On BRGIE, we have engaged with the international community. On BRGIE, we have established the link and connections with the speakers of the American Congress, the third man in person in America. On BRGIE, we have had meetings with the congressmen of America. On BRGIE, the opportunity that we never had in the 1966 to 70s, when Biafrans were slaughtered, when our eternal leader suffered and made every effort for international community to hear our voices, on BRGIE, in our own time, we have made it possible. On BRGIE, we extracted a document of declaration telling the entire world that we are ready to stand and to have our sovereign nation, United States of Biafra. On BRGIE, we have unveiled many projects. On BRGIE, the Biafran people were represented in a football tournament. On BRGIE, we participated in what people could not ever think of. On BRGIE, we will get the United States of Biafra liberated. On BRGIE, we will get the United States of Biafra recognized in the international community. We are not so concerned about other countries now. The first recognition we are so concerned about is America. That is why our attorneys and lobbyists said, where America leads, every other countries will follow. And you can see it today, that as Donald Trump became the president of America, there is a peace talk and deal between Israel and Hamas. He has now engaged Ukraine and Russia. He makes sure that Iran does not continue to make more weapons that will become a mass destruction to humanity. He is ready to make sure the Third World War or another war does not come to replicate itself again. That is to tell you that where America leads, the entire world will follow. That is why our Prime Minister decided that our office should be in Washington, D.C., in America, so that we can be very close to the seat of power and to establish all the connections and do everything that we need. And when we align everything together, every other nations and continent will follow. Do not be worried about whether Finland recognizes you now. Do not be worried whether Norway, Switzerland. Do not be worried whether Portugal or Brazil or Spain or Japan. No, we know where we are going. The Prime Minister laid a template. We are following it very well. The lobbyists and attorneys instituted for this very government, they are doing their work. And they will stop at nothing. They will continue to make sure they protect everything that has to do with our client. That client I'm talking about of the lobbyists and attorneys is BRGIE. They will protect the properties of BRGIE. They will protect the name of BRGIE. They will protect everything. Anybody that tries to impersonate BRGIE, they will protect. They will protect the Prime Minister's image as well. They will protect someone trying to sabotage him while he is in detention. People trying to use his name and official seal and letterheads and signatures and calling his name on letters that they forge on their own. The attorneys of BRGIE will speak and defend and make sure they expunge such scams and forgery, because it is very, very serious. I call on all Biafrans that we are at war as I speak now. For the past 3 days, the Biafra Liberation Army, resistance fighters, the Navy, the Air Force, they have been at war, battling and fighting the terrorists. The money that we have been donating in our fundraising for our liberation is not enough and can never be enough to give us all the logistics to liberate our homeland. So do not think that we have done enough fundraising. No, we have not done anything yet. We have not done anything yet, because it is now that we are going into full-scale liberation. where we need to defend our land till when we are done. No going back. Yes. So we will need more from you, more commitment. Do not look my face. Do not listen to the way I sound, whether I sound like a baby, or I sound like an old man, or I sound too young, or I sound too premature. Do not listen or focus on my voice. No, please focus on the message of liberation, which we have come this far, and we cannot afford to allow it to be thwarted, because if we stop what we are doing now, our babies, women, and children and men will all be slaughtered in broad daylight. And you have seen that happening in different places. So we have come too far than to stop now. I am calling on all Biafrans that tomorrow sit at home is sacrosanct. Tomorrow sit at home. We have created the awareness since last weekend to this very day. Call your friends and families, implore them to obey and to be in solidarity and to mourn the death of Biafrans that have been slaughtered, and make the environment very conducive for the Biafra Liberation Army to liberate Biafra land from the terrorists that have come to slaughter us on a daily basis. No one will do this for us. Only us alone can do it. Thank you so much for all your contributions. This is not supposed to be a very long one, but the media team can continue the discussion because I'm going out for something else. So I don't know when I will be back, but I have to just talk to Biafrans so that before you go to sleep, you can pass the message and let everyone know that Biafran people are ready to start a second phase of the liberation tomorrow. So give the Biafra government all the support so that they can do the work that you have ordained into their hands. The world must know that our leaders that have been held are held against their wishes. They committed no crime. Their only crime is to stand up to do what? To liberate and to defend us from the assailant that comes to cut our heads on a daily basis. Thank you to all Biafrans. We continue the discussion with the media team. Minister Ife, please come to the co-host so that the discussion can continue. And we need a second co-host, please. Thank you so much.
Men do, we know they look face. Gotta go. Let's go. Airborne. It's from Lucky Star. In preparation for our men on ground, our angel, Biafran Liberation Army. Breaking. The Biafran Defense Forces, BDF, through its governing council, has issued a 2-day lockdown to combat the threats posed by the enemies of Biafra, aiming to harm Biafrans. Therefore, from Thursday, February 13, 2025, to Friday, February 14, 2025, there will be a total lockdown across all 40 states of Biafra. All federal and state secretariats in Biafra land are to shut down operations until further notice. All calls of injustice within Biafra land are also expected to cease operations within Biafran territory until further notice. Meanwhile, banks and schools will close during this sit-at-home period and resume immediately after the lockdown. We therefore ask the citizens of Biafra to stay off the roads and streets of Biafra land as we mourn those who have been slaughtered across Biafra land, reportedly by Nigeria-sponsored terrorists. Following the slaughter/massacre of unarmed civilians of the Biafran extracts, the Biafran de facto government in homeland and defense headquarters, Biafran Liberation Forces in defense of Biafra from terrorist invaders, hereby declares total lockdown of Biafran land to mourning the deaths of the Biafran. Every Biafran is hereby advised to keep these days holy. Thursday, 13 and Friday, 14 February 2025, the zoo is in trouble. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release Biafrans detained. Finland should release PM Simon Ekpa, signed by Defense Directorate of Information, General Holy Ghost.
Give us second pause, please.
Let me check. Where is I'm not seeing them. Where are they?
Stanley to come up to speak, and Stanley is here and let him come up. Stanley, why are you hiding? Come up and book it.
I already sent them. I already sent Mike to Stanley. Let me see. If you have good network, you can raise your hand. Let me see. Okay. University is here now. Biafra Lesson Malaysia is here. Okay. Yes, I'm sending Mike. Please, if you have requests, I already sent Mike to them.
University is up. Send.
Free.
Withdraw my first before you can be able to send.
Stanley is here too. Okay. University is here. Stanley is here. So you can give any of them. You have been there since now. I don't even know what to say. Let me just move the mic first. I'm coming. Mazunya, can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much once again. Thank you, my Honorable Minister for Information and Communication. Thank you so much for your good works. Yes, and other ministers, I greet you all. Thank you especially for all the works you are doing. Your effort is energizing. As you are coming online and speaking one or two, you really are doing a lot. As we all know that those in Biafra land, they count on us to hear from us, to be also to understand that, because why is very important in what we're doing here. I can understand the reason. When our APM was speaking, he said something, why we should discard everything the zoo are doing. Why are they putting those things? Our people, those who are gullible, maybe some people may think, I am holding on to this because this person. When is that person they are looking up to has been maybe no longer in that thing, no longer, or the person has been taken away, they will demoralize. That is why the zoo are begin to they are disseminating falsehood, lies. They want to establish our prime minister. They want to do this. All those things are to demoralize those people in our land. That whenever they hear the name of our prime minister, they are strong, no matter what is happening. The same thing. That is why when they catch innocent, they begin to display them on social media to put fear on people. That is my psychological war. And the Fulanis they are good at that. That is why when they catch somebody, they will bring the person in public and butcher the person to put fear in others. That is it. And if people understand this, you will know that those who are our enemies, they are weak. They are the most weak. They are the cowards. So you need to be bold. Don't allow those things, those games they are playing, to bring you down, because they are doing it. When you have it in your mind, when you see them, you be afraid. And that when they get you in this, you are conquered already. There was a time one Fulani man come to near Odebo State. He was telling one man, that Fulani speaking broken very well. He told this man, you know these Fulani people, they are very wicked though, they are very bad though. When they come, they will kill everybody, both little children, even pregnant women, they will slaughter. When you see them run, oh. When I in that space, immediately I look for that video to make sure that where that video is playing, that I commented this, I comment this in that comment section. For people to understand that this is mind game, mind war, psychological war. To put fear in you, you know, when they come, you will run. They have destroyed, they have come, in fact, they have defeated you. So, Biafran, as you are hearing my voice, this is the game. We play it better than them, okay? And our own, you say, will they play the show? I want our people to understand in this what we are doing now, have this in your mind. See death while doing this as a honorable one. If there's any death worthwhile, honorable is a death worthwhile. What die when you, in this what we are doing, if you die doing this, is a honorable death. If we're not somebody who is fighting for Zulania and key and just that is a useless death. Useless death, death, dying for nothing. So do not be afraid of death while doing this. And I can assure you, if you're not afraid of death, you will live to see Biafra. Don't allow them to use those nonsense to bring you down. Those nonsensical messages being displayed by Nigeria catch and report media who have deviated from journalistic ethics. They can never report good, and you don't expect any of your enemy, the media controlled by your enemy, to report good of you or to speak good about your leaders. You know, they will speak on with every negativity to make you to see those people fighting for you as they are doing the wrong thing. And if you are not mentally tough, mentally acquitted, mentally brave, those their message to make you see, if I say these people if I say what they're doing is wrong, you begin to have biased mind. That is the game they are playing. Okay, don't expect them. Any day you see them, your enemy speaking good of your leader, that your leader they speak good of is red flag. Just like when the butterfly that call herself bird come to say that they recognize her, begin to use to sing, and the moron, the philistic and realistic man whom I deem sensible without knowing they are senseless, begin to share it. It's a red flag. It's a flag. When a freedom fighter live in peace with his enemy, he's a saboteur, he's a enabler, he's not a freedom fighter. So that's a red flag for any genuine Biafra to understand that your enemy can never call you good name. Anybody time they call you good name, know that you have missed it. Okay? It takes them long to, they don't even recognize a prime minister. They begin to say self-acclaim, self-acclaim. Suddenly, those who did not recognize the man he claimed is your boss in your so-called DPM, that I describe as a defrauding people's movement. Yes, defrauding people's money. Sorry, defrauding people's money. That is how I define that nonsensical self-appointed position. So the people did not recognize your leader, your boss, but they recognize you. And the people who think they are reasonable are sharing it. So fellow Biafrans, sit at home tomorrow. BDF is already moving. I trust them. They are gallant men. I'm so energized. I'm so happy. I have been on my busy on my page in Facebook and other page to make sure that I disseminate the message from our general, you know, because that message will encourage our Biafran people and those who are actually contemplating whether to know.
Maazị Onyeka.
Okay, sorry, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Have they spoken all this why you are being killed? Those people who are telling you to come out, have they condemned the killing of our people? Have they condemned the killing of the Fulani people? Have they come to defend you or to protect you? Why would anybody who don't protect you, who don't care about you, tell you what to do? If you fail to listen to Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra government in exile, led by His Excellency Obasanjo Njoko and acting Prime Minister Honorable Ogenkere, if you fail to listen to them and begin to listen to another person, then you deserve what is happening to you. Because you can't tell me that those who have never thrown iota of a sign that they care about you. They care about you. They never do that. They only tell you business, economy, sit at home for food. That food is what they've been using to deceive you for ages. Ages, as if for hunger will kill you. That is, I'm looking for what children will eat. That is the problem. Our people must discard that mentality and know that sit at home is for your interest. But that person who's telling you to come out, when stray bullet hits you, he will not be there to talk about you again. He will forget you. So when you hear the day they put it at home, obey it. Even others are going out, allow them to go out, because your she and their she is not the same. They may go, and but you will go, you don't come back. So please, that is the message I pass to the people, and keep on to them. Sit at home tomorrow is very, very important. Anybody who is against it is your enemy automatically. No two ways about it. Anybody who is against it, or whoever speak against our defense forces, mark it, because they are our last line of defense, our backbone. Anything person is doing, the person may insult me, may insult other person, but you come and open your maggot infested mouth, maggot stinking mouth, to speak ill of our defense people, defense forces, you are enemy I will not forgive. Just like as we have been saying before, that we play the voice of the worst woman. I'm trying to compose something with her picture because I will share it. I had to do that to people. But this is what I see to compare to what I've been seeing before. I have seen that the worst enemy that is behind all this value, all this infight, all this division, all this hatred is that person, and we must focus on her to expose her, to let Biafra to pay attention to the danger that woman poses. I can never stop posting her negatively henceforth, and every effort will be doing that, because somebody who is behind what we're going through today, that person is the worst enemy of Biafran people. You don't consider Mazin Nandekano, you don't consider our prime minister, you don't consider our fallen heroes, our children and women that are crying every time, hey, these people. That is why I remember what people say, that not everybody, those who, whenever you see people, you are entering a place and suddenly somebody begin to hail you, to call your name, to praise you. My brother, that place they ask you to sit down. Don't just sit down that place. They do like you're making call. Go outside where you can stay, and like they will not see you. Then you peep to know their countenance, to watch the countenance of those people who are hailing you. If there's something they plan against you, no. As they're hailing you as you enter, don't ever sit down or try to just relax as if something is uru. No, that hailing they're hailing you, something is amiss. So that is what we must understand, and what this woman has displayed, and her action recently is proving beyond reasonable doubt that she's actually green snake in a green grass, the worst chinch that actually she's good at disorganizing. She's good at instigating people. She's an instigator. She instigates people against each other and come and pretend to be good. And the Biafran was focused on this kind of person and make sure that we get rid of her in this trend, because she cannot accompany us to our destination. She will distract our pilot. She will distract people who listen to her, and we must drop her. Thank you so much, my honorable Minister for Information, and our acting Prime Minister. Thank you for your good works. Thank you. Today, the words from our acting Prime Minister is really, really encouraging. He has spoke like a man who knows what he's doing. He was asking question, how can you say that you will dissolve what you don't have signatory to? That one is the simple something. Anybody who is reasonable, if you're a Biafran, and you can be following her to be flying, that person who want to fly like bird, but you don't have the will to fly. If you are following her to do that rubbish, ask yourself a question: how can you dissolve what you don't have signatory to? Who does that? Are you in the zoo? Are we using Oluwale? We are registered, well registered, and everything is legal. So somebody who don't have signatory in what we're doing, how dare her? She's actually playing to deceive you. The day the lawsuit will hit her, then all of you will run. You know that she's just making mouth. And my investigation about this evil woman is that she always claims what she's not. People who know her have actually said this several times. She claimed to be what she's not, and that is what she brought into this movement. So that's what that woman accused her, that she's claiming to be leader of one movement. She paid people money for them to call her name. Somebody who want to be noticed. Who want to be noticed? You know, this kind of person, desperate. She's desperate to be something that she don't qualify to be. This kind of person, if you following her, she will mislead you because she's desperate and she can do anything to be in public position. That's why she's doing something so that the zoo will appoint her in a zoo government, either in Anambra or in a federal. That's why communicating with Obaseki brother, politician, everything red flag. So my people, stand firm, and henceforth we will deal with all these enemies within. We are going to deal with them ruthlessly in our media and on ground. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazonyeka. University and Stanley, both of you are co-hosts too. Veteran,
This is if please, my
veteran.
co-host has not been withdrawn. We cannot give to anybody
Yeah,
without withdrawing. I'm still seeing it here.
yes. No, no problem. Maybe that is why you cannot send it to another person. You have to cancel it.
I have to
But
cancel my own.
University and Stanley, they are still co-hosts. So maybe when Toti come out again. Stanley, come back. Oh, don't go far. Veteran, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. If do you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to thank you, my Honorable Minister of Information and Communication, for all you do for us, for your time, your energy, and your voice. Standing on the path of truth, keeping the gate, making sure that no intruder comes in. I salute you so much. I also want to salute our APM for all he's doing for us. He's been so busy pursuing our diplomatic recognitions, engaging who that matters. We want to thank you for all you do for us. I want to thank everyone on space. So many on space. I salute every one of you. I can see University, I can see Mazio Nyekachi, Reg and Fury, Mary, Emeka, Stanley, so many of you. I salute everyone. I don't know whether our Minister of Information have left, but before you leave, if you have not left, I want to make an appeal before I go into the topic. My appeal is on occasions I've seen our APM come into the space and to speak to us, which is very, very good. But I will appeal that you schedule spaces for him occasionally and then put it out there. That will attract more listeners to come around to listen to what he has to say. But when he comes in like that unexpectedly, not so many people know that he scheduled a space for him, even if it's for 30 minutes, even if it's 45 minutes, it's okay. So schedule a space for him occasionally and let him come, and then people come and listen to what he has to say. That's just an appeal I want to make. Thank you so much. Then going on to our topic for the day, it's obvious and clear to everyone that war has been declared on us for a very long time. And during this absence of our prime minister, it has been intensified. Uh, Killings have been going on unabated, unarmed civilians, innocent civilians, men, women, children. are being killed here and there brutally, and it has gotten to a point where it has become intolerable. And I want to thank our Chief of Defense Staff and your war council for this decision you have taken to lock down Biafra.
Veteran, please, I'm sorry for interjecting. Please make it known the people that are killing the innocent civilians, men and women, please. I'm so sorry for
Okay,
interjecting.
okay. Yeah, there are several categories of people that are killing our men and women, innocent civilians. We have the 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 notorious Fulani herdsmen, one of the deadliest terrorist organization all over. Then we have the government of Soludo, uh, who is an illegitimate governor in Biafran territory with his militia killing his own, which is unacceptable. So while the Fulanis are coming from the outside with the military in the terrorist Nigerian army in military uniform, and their military and terrorist police are killing us, Fulanis are killing us, the illegitimate governors who are the stooges of the Fulanis are also killing our people mercilessly in cold blood. Women, children are being slaughtered. This is unacceptable. So I want to thank our Chief of Defense Staff and your War Council for the decision you have taken to lock down Biafran territory for 2 days. This is very, very important, and it's showing that it is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, neither is about our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. It's about the Biafran people. It's about our freedom. It's about our liberty. And so I congratulate you so much for the decision you have taken. And I want to appeal to Biafrans all over the territory of Biafra. Please, for your own good, we are mourning our brothers, our fathers, our mothers, our children, our daughters, our wives who have been slain in cold blood during this period of the absence of our Prime Minister. We want to mourn them tomorrow and next tomorrow. And this is very, very, very important that everyone should be concerned. Everyone should be concerned. Mourning them is one aspect of reason why we are locking down. The other aspect of it is our military, different defense forces will use the opportunity of the lockdown to hunt down the killers of Biafrans. We have a slogan and a doctrine that those who kill Biafrans shall no longer go free. And that's what they want to do within these 2 days. They want to go after them. They want to look for them. They want to search for them. They want to hunt them down. Wherever they are, there is no escape route. And we are advising you, stay indoors. Don't listen to any contrary view anywhere. Don't listen to any propaganda trying to tell you that there is no lockdown tomorrow. Our angels are going out to look for our enemies. And if you are caught in between and you bullets touches you and you dies, your blood will be upon your own head. In war, those who die in war, it's not a murder, it's not a manslaughter, it is just what it is. So stay at home. Bullet does not know anybody. It is for your own good. Our men are going out tomorrow to look for your killers. Stay at home, stay indoors, don't come out, don't travel, don't trade, don't buy. We have been warning you all these days. Should have used the previous day to do whatever you want to do. Once again, I tell you, as they will be exchanging fire with these vandals and these terrorists. If you are killed in between the operation, if you are killed in a crossfire as a Biafran, you died and your blood will be upon your own head. We don't kill our own. It's not in our nature. It's not in our blood. It's not in our DNA to kill our own. But when you have been warned and you refuse to heed to the warning and you decide to go out and you die as a result of either stray bullet or within the crossfire, your blood will be upon your head. So, Biafrans, stay at home tomorrow and the next tomorrow. That is Thursday and Friday, 13th and 14th of February 2025. Those are holy days, days of revenge, days of avenge. The other thing I want to say is this: somebody is about to go to prison in America. One woman whose name starts by N and G is about to go to prison in America. I don't know who is advising her. They have pushed her into a collision with American law. That madness is about to stop. The only way we can stop this woman is by legal action. And I know that our attorneys are at work. She has beaten more than she can chew. She have broken the laws of the American law. And we are going to take it up with her. The only way to silence her and keep her aside and throw her into the dustbin is to take a legal action. She has been warned and she has behaved as if she never had. But now, she kept on overstepping. The law is about to catch up with her. Those of you who are advising her, when it happens, all of you will scatter. Be ready to stand by her. Be ready to stand by her. That's a warning. It's a warning because it will about to happen. Very soon you're going to see it. Because you have done all kinds of illegalities. You have done a lot of criminal activities, forgeries, mutilations of documents. There's nothing she has not done that is criminal. Those of you who have been sheepishly following her, be ready to stand by her. Because very soon, she will begin to dance in the market square. Biafrans, victory is ours. Victory is ours. I salute every one of you and I say, airborne. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Veteran.
Yeah, so finally, please, we have been feeding Nigeria, we have been supplying Nigeria the means by which they are killing us. I've wanted to mention this a long time. It's not right to feed your enemy, to give strength to your enemy, to empower your enemy, only for them to turn around and kill you. All the resources Nigeria is using to buy their weapons are coming from Biafra land. I want to appeal to our defense forces, our chief of defense staff, the gallant commander, Rose, Butuzo, and your men. Please think on this line. Let's begin to cut off the flow of oil. Let's begin to cut off the flow of oil. Let's begin to cut off the pipelines. We can no longer feed these people. Supply them what they use to kill us. Enough is enough. Let's begin to think on that line. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, veteran. The reason why I ring is because we don't even need to talk about those things on air here. If there is anything they are going to do, that one they know very well. Like we said, they cannot be using our resources to buy things and use it to come and kill us. It's our land, and whatever that is going to happen, we already in the liberation time, so anything can happen at any time. Thank you very much, sir. Toti,
Yeah, Ife, I can hear
yes,
you.
yes. You always act like as a co-host again.
Yeah, no problem. I'll deal with you. I got your back, brother. I'll deal with you. All right. Let someone else go. I will come back, please. Just a few
Yeah,
minutes.
no problem. Chuba, Chuba. Okay, Rage, please, Chuba, wait. Rage, go ahead. Rage, are you there?
Can you, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you very much, my brother Ife. Greetings to all the great comrades, all the great Biafrans. Here present, sorry. Greetings to our Honorable Minister of Information and all the Honorable Cabinet ministers that are here present. I can see University Minister, our father, Veteran Dragon. I greet you, sir. Soti, Ife. I hope this is not the divine that is on the enemy side. I can see a divine here. Just for this divine is with us. Greetings to all of you, and special greeting and salute to my honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Epa. Special greetings to our leader, Amadike Azim Nnamdi. Greeting also is extended to our honorable acting Prime Minister, His Excellency Ukechukwu Kiri. Thank you for all the great work that you've done, and to the entire Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, to all the commanders, starting from the Chief of Defense Staff, Triple Star General Igwe Butuso, as well as Chief of Naval Staff, General David Black. Special greetings to Commander Holy Ghost, Commander Gento Yahoo, and to our beloved commander who was deceived to be killed. We say, may your soul rest in peace, Commander Zuma, and may your spirit keep fighting on. The deception that led to your death came from Dozio Rabrizi and the likes of Ubuntu 247 and their group. And I strongly believe your death is a lesson to all Biafrans. It's a lesson to every personnel of the Biafra Liberation Army and to every Biafran at heart. Pray that that will never happen again. And speaking about the topic, BDF in war, stay indoors in Biafra land. Olu, etc. obeys it at home. Messages were passed very clear. The Biafra Defense Forces are at war. Even right from yesterday, the war, we are getting update of the war, you understand? So the truth is that when there is war and somebody is deceiving you that you should come out to go and do business, know that that person is your arch enemy. But the most unfortunate aspect of it would be someone that is abroad, that is safe abroad, go 247 that is safe abroad, will be deceiving you. Uremedius that ran away from Biafra land, is abroad, is safe over there where he is, will be deceiving you to come out. Where there is war, that you should come out to do your business. My brother, know that these people are your enemies. When you are killed in the middle of the war, believe you me, these are the same people that will use you to do propaganda. They will use you to run saga, and they will make their money from YouTube. They will make their money from Facebook, from TikTok, from their social media handle. But you are dead and gone. Don't make yourself a human shield to the enemies that have come to kill us. You know, these enemies, they are fond of killing civilians. They are fond of killing children and women, burning the houses of civilians, burning down the houses of civilians and the markets. That is their specialty. That is where they are specialized on. You understand? So when we are telling you that you should sit at home tomorrow, which is 13th of February, and next tomorrow, which is 14th of February, Thursday and Friday, we know what we are talking about, so that we don't record civilian casualty. You understand? Like we all know, the independence of the United States of Biafra has been declared, and this time around, it's time to defend the land and liberate the land from the occupational forces. And the liberation is starting from tomorrow officially. And like the Chief of Defense Staff, Commander Igwe Butuzo, said, that Nigeria has secretly declared a war signed by the 5 Eastern governors. You understand? They have declared this war. So this war is ongoing. And I want to appeal to every Biafran, please kindly stay at home. Even if you are not a Biafran, if you are a Nigerian, a Yoruba person, an Hausa person, even a Fulani person, and you are a civilian who is not involved in the terrorism that is being committed against the Biafrans, who is not involved in the genocide that is being carried out against the Biafrans, please kindly sit at home. Kindly sit at home. We don't have issues with you. We are not angry with civilians who are not involved in acts of terrorism and genocide. The only people that are our enemies are the terrorists in uniform and in rag that come to kill men, women, that come to kill children and adults. These are the only people that we are against. And these are the only people the Biafra Liberation Army is out for tomorrow. So leave the street for them to battle it out. This is all we are saying. So don't allow anybody to deceive you. We don't take pleasure in the death of a civilian, be you a Nigerian or a Biafran, be you a Yoruba, Hausa, or a Fulani. We don't take pleasure in the death of a civilian, except if you are a terrorist recruited by the stooges called political stooges, governors, senators that are representing Nigeria in Biafra land. These are the only people that we have problem with. This is why we are telling you that the land is not safe for now. Sit down for 2 days with your business. Continue. You will have your life and you will continue with your business. It is better that way, that you go out to do your business. You want to risk your life and you will not be able to make, you might not be able to make it out of those 2 days. And the business will still continue. Life still moves on. But you are dead and you are gone. And these evil people like Ugo 247 or Emmanuel Oremijus, Biafra Superstar, KTV, QTV, you have created business for them again. You have given them opportunity to run propaganda, to grow their channel, to make the money, to run saga, to make money on your head, to run propaganda on your head. They use it to do blackmail. So we are appealing to every civilian, be you a Biafran or be you a Nigeria in Biafran territory, please kindly stay at home so as to avoid stray bullet. Because at the end of the day, when the both sides are exchanging gunshot, and you that have nothing to defend yourself, you end up being the victim. You understand? But let me tell you one thing. When you stay at home, you will stay alive to do your business another day. This is all we have come to tell you. We have used different languages to speak it to you. The reason for the sit at home is because of the killing that is happening in our land. For over 2 months now that Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was called for questioning. Look at how Nigeria has been slaughtering innocent Biafran children and women, youth, elderly people. Look at the number of people that have been killed in Biafra land. Just for only 2 months that Prime Minister is not around. And what even led to this, to most of this killing, is the deception from Ugozi Rakweze and a gang of saboteurs. The misinformation they are giving to people. How they have deceived our people to pay into Islamic bank account where they have their details, where they have deceived our people to reveal their identity when they are making donation during their USB Nigeria fundraising. How they have deceived our people to put out all their information out there. This is what has led to all this incessant killing by the Nigerian state. And you know how Nigeria operates. They don't care whether you are a civilian, whether you are a woman, whether you are a child. They don't give a damn. You understand? So our people, we are begging you, sit at home and stay safe. We are sitting at home in memory, in honor of those that have been killed. You may say that you don't know those people, that they are not your brothers. Those people that have been killed few years ago, few months ago, when killing happened, they were also saying that thank God it's not our people, thank God it's not in our community. But now it has become their community. It has become their turn. It takes you and me to stand up to stop all of these things. We are sitting at home for these people, in respect of our dead brothers and sisters, civilians, children and women, men that were killed by the recruited Nigeria's terrorists, that was killed by the Nigeria sponsored terrorists. Look at that young boy that was pushing a bike. Look, if you look at the clothes, the uniform that those boys put, they even put the Nigeria flag in their uniform. And I want to appeal to the Biafra government, please. These are very good evidence that should be compiled and be sent to the Finnish government as petition. Because they cannot deny it. We can see Nigeria flag in the uniform of these people that blew out the skull of a young man. This man, it's even possible that this man has not even eaten. A young boy that was pushing his bike. This is what we have always told our people. When you see anything that has to do with Nigeria security agent, please take cover, run for your life, because they are out there to kill you. They are not out there to defend you. So if you want to be friendly with them, you claim that you know too much. At the end of the day, your head goes down for it. This is what we have been telling our people. So please, we are still appealing. And to every Biafran, please, the donation, the funding for the liberation of our land must increase by now. Because as the war is so hot, every bullet that has gone will not come back again. It takes money to be for it to be replaced. So please, this time around, if you used to eat 3 times daily, reduce your eating to 2 times or once in a day. And make sure you fund the Biafra Defense Forces. Make sure you fund the Biafra Liberation Army. You understand? So as to defend our innocent children and women. So as to defend our innocent civilians from being killed. You understand? These people have access. You can say I'm busy. Sorry. So that, you know, these people have a lot of access to sophisticated weapons. Billions of dollars are in their war chest. You understand? That is, it takes you and me to donate to stop the killing that they have brought to our land. You understand? So please, fundraising. We need the money more than ever. Now, whatever you can do to see that you fund the liberation and the defense of our women and children. Please, do not capitulate. Do not draw back. This is the message we have brought today. Once again, I want to say a very big thank you to our Honorable Minister of Information for the great work that you are doing. My brother Ife, in fact, you are one of the best that has ever happened to us. Whenever you are on space, in fact, we are heavily informed. That's all your spaces are very educative and informative. You understand? Thank you very much for what you do. The Lord is your muzzle. Airborne. This war, we are going to win this war. At the end of the day, we are going to come out victoriously. And all our enemies that have come to kill us, that have come with their armor tanks, with their fighter jets, the Red Sea of life has been opened up for them in Biafra land. And they will all be buried in that Red Sea. So shall it be. We are coming out victoriously as we liberate our land from the hands of Biafra, and every enemy within and without, they are going to go down. You understand? Because if you are my brother, we came from the same womb, from the same mother, and you choose to kill me, from that moment you cease to be my brother. You are an enemy. So when you take side with the enemy to kill me, you cease to be my brother. And you will go down. As the enemy is going down, you will also go down. Thank you very much. I yield the mic here. My name is Regent Fury.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rich. Thank you for that. Um, Monachi, Monachi, Monachi Igwe, Monachi Igwe, are you there? Okay, so Stella, go first. So Stella,
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Ife, our Honorable Information Minister. Salute you, Honorable University, Dr. Rich, Dr. Veteran, Dr. Tochi, Ville, longest time, um, um, Dr. Young, Dr. Munachi, Dr. Shimon, Dr. Helen, and Professor Stanley. I salute everyone. Good evening, and all the doctors in the house. So all the doctors, I salute you, and all the honorables also here. Salute everyone. The topic is BDF at war. Yes, our BDF, Biafra Defense Forces, are at war. They are at war with Nigeria Islamic Terrorist Army. They have also threatened us that they are coming. So it's only a tree. You say I'm coming, and to kill you or cut you down. You go the next day, the tree will be there watching you. If it's human being will do something. Since Islamic Nigeria terrorist army have told us that they are coming, we also get ready for them and defend ourselves. We are at home and we are in our land and they are coming after us. So we will be able to defend ourselves. You know, you are right. We are right. We are correct. It's our right to defend ourselves. We are humans. Our lives matter. You understand? We are not wood or inanimate objects. We are humans, and it's red blood running in our veins. So when they are coming to kill us, we will defend ourselves. Enough is enough of them chopping off our heads, blowing off our brain. You see how they blew one of our brothers' brain? They did the video themselves, posted it for us to see. You understand? Like, what can you guys do? What can you Biafrans do? That was what it means. You understand? They entered inside the village, gunned down how many tens of our people in the village, and others took flight and ran away. You understand? So we have right to defend ourselves. Whoever that is telling you not to sit down tomorrow and next tomorrow, that person does not love you. That person is against us. So you understand? Because if you want to do your power tussle, go and do it in a wrestling ring. Wrestling ring. You enter there, you blow and blow and blow. Or you get a punch bank and begin to punch the bag there. You know. And so two of you will know who is stronger. But for Biafra lives, leave us alone, please. Leave us the heck alone. We need to exist. We need to live. We need to lift up our heads. So Biafrans in homeland, agwakwa unu onye ọ nọ n'ala na n'ụlọ. After all, you don't have anything to lose. All is win-win for you. You rest tomorrow and next tomorrow. Use it like a holiday for you and your family. Rest. Mothers that always from Monday to Sunday, you guys are working. Use this one again to rest. It won't kill us. We went on, was it not 3 months COVID sit at home? All of us didn't die. God kept us. Same way, He will continue to keep us. In fact, it's really to keep you that you are to sit at home so that Islamic terrorist Nigeria armies won't tie you tomorrow and next tomorrow. So be guarded, stay at home, no school tomorrow, no going to bank, no, just step out of your house until after Friday. Meanwhile, all the Nigeria terrorist court of injustice will remain shut down indefinitely, indefinitely in Biafra land. All you fake injustice court of appeal and federal court in Biafra land, you are shut down and remain shut down until further notice. Because we have now been able to find out that you guys are lawless. You don't go by your rules. Nigeria is a lawless place. They don't obey their own rules. You get somebody that didn't do anything and you put the person in your prison, in your dungeon. Even when some fair court will say release, you said no. You can't be playing politics with Biafrans' lives. And it's not by force that we will be converted to your religion. So stop your menace. Stop your terrorism on Biafrans. Islam is not by force, and we have decided we will not be converted to your religion. At this 21st century, somebody is forcing somebody to belong to a religion. Excuse you? Some people don't even believe in any God. So please stop lording your religion over us. We don't love Islam. Your packaging is dangerous. We don't like you. So if any of our brothers and sisters have joined you, they will reconvert themselves because you forced them to be converted. Maybe that's why Ngozi is. Anyway, I said I won't be calling her name again. Maybe that's why Bau Bau or Madam USB of Nigeria. Maybe that's why she's doing press up and press down every day. Maybe she also have their children. When you're a woman and you're getting married to a man, you carry your bag and follow your husband. You can't get married and remain in your own house as a woman or family as a woman. No. You go to your husband's people's place. That's his culture. So, Ngozi, since you are married to a Fulani man, carry your bag to your husband's place. Where? In Futajalon. Because even houses have also told your husband not to come to their land anymore, that they should also exit their land. So, Ngozi, when you're packing, you pack your bag down to Futajalon. You and your co-host with Adadio Ranjo. No, Adadio Ranjo, you surprised me this evening. No? You surprised me like you leg the 10. How can one person have 3 tongues, 10 tongues? 10 in one mouth. Hey, I was shocked hearing from you. You say you don't know how to speak English. Meanwhile, in Atoyibata. Nah, that is real chameleon. That is green snake in the green grass. Give me another word. How can a person have 10 tongues, tongue like tongues, inside one mouth with a lip, with lips? Oh my God. And then you now think you can now begin to advise a married man in his own house how to reason, how to see things. It's very manipulative. Hmm? No wonder they said you have 4 children with the 4 men. Because none of them can stay with you or could stay with you. You're very manipulative. And you're telling a man in his own house how to see things. It's not like you are the man's wife. The guy has a wife, has a family. If he doesn't have a wife, he has mother, have brothers and sisters that can advise him, and not you. Who are you to him? Every time you prognose to people's issues and lives. That was how you told our APM to go and sponsor your daughter to Canada. He said no. He became a problem for you. Now, till today, you're still calling him. Said over your dead body. Be radio, because it will be like you said it. So, Biafrans, don't be deceived with these 10 tongues. 10-tongue woman. Don't be deceived with how tomorrow is a seat at home. Next tomorrow is a seat at home. Fulanis have also written letter to us, threatened us in our own land. In our own land, they are threatening us because they thought what they sent Madam USB of Nigeria worked for them. So they are, you see, for the past a month and they've been massacring Biafrans. Over 2,000 have died since this January to February 12th or 13th today. No, today is 12th now. Eh? And they now expect us to just fold our hands or bring in our heads so that they continue to chop it off, chop it off, chop it off. And you'll be wondering why. Because of 72 virgins. Please, oh, please, we are humans. Biafrans are humans. And we have this red blood running in our vein. And we have the mark of God on our foreheads. Therefore, leave us alone. Remove all your traces, all your occupational army and your institutions. Remove them from Biafra land. Because Biafra land must be liberated from now onwards. Thank you. I'll stop here. Thank you, Ife. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
very much. Thank you, senior citizen. See what these people are suggesting for Baba.
People of all, greeting to you all the people of Biafra, greeting to you the United States of Biafra. Please, this suggestion is from me, Maze Ubejoku. Please, the name Biafran Liberation Army supposed to stop to exist as a name. Please, General Kutuzo, Deputy Prime Minister, please, we need to change the name immediately to United States of Biafran Army, USB Army. United States of Biafran Army, supposed to be used as a name right now. So the world will know that we have stand strong for our freedom. There's no more.
They are suggesting it in their group that they should change the. Yes. No. I'm trying to tell them what they are planning now. What they are suggesting in their place that they should change the Biafran Liberation Army. That is it's a direct attack now. What they are doing. But if you see what is going on there, but this is man. No, the reason why I play this particular one is that some of our people now they will hear all these things. All these things is coming out in public. They are saying it, but still they will tell you that you should come out and debunk this one, that you did not say this thing or that. So sometimes I feel very bad when I hear all these kind of things, and somebody will still listen to the person when the person is speaking. You understand? Because I get so many things here. If I see some kind of information that things I have seen, yeah, I'm not the kind of person that you will convince with those kind of things that this is what I have to do to know who is fighting for Biafra. You understand? There are so many things that even if someone that is staying in the village in Biafra land that you have never touched phone before, there are some things you will hear, you will run away from there. But let's move on, shall? Yeah. Yeah, if you want to ask question, you come up now and ask your question. If you want to ask question, come up, request and ask your question. Munachi Igwe. Munachi Igwe. Young. Young. Young money.
Hello,
Yes, go ahead.
good good evening, great Biafrans. Actually, I don't have a question, but I want to tip in on the topic of the day, which is the war that we are in Biafra land and the fund that we are being asking every Igbo persons to fund our liberation. So we, the Biafra government, have been pleading to Igbo people for decades
Every Biafran,
for
not
them
Igbo.
to,
Biafrans, not only Igbo, please.
okay, for Biafrans. But you know, that land is for both Igbos and Biafrans, as they claim. So as we are in the journey of us that have to join the resources together to liberate that land. Okay, let me put it that way. Biafrans, for the reason I called the name Igbo, I have a brother here who I have been telling about the journey. He so much have love of what the improvement the Biafran people, the Biafra government have. But his fear is that he don't want to put his money because his family are back home because he don't want war. So on the month of the redeclaration activities, so I was with him. He was so happy telling me that we have achieved the Biafra, that how can he be funding, that he want to start funding. So because he see what we have done. So at the process, Madam Secretary Hospital, Madam Fulani agent come bring her problem. So you see, he now fall back because it's like there's trouble. Even the Biafran people, there's trouble within themselves. So that they don't, oh, he don't have to. So we still have many of them, even among us here, who are listening to us, who have that money to fund for their liberation, but they keep on giving excuse that they have problem. And in this nature, every human have problem. Some have problem that they want to build house, they want to buy car. So many of them are investing their own in house. It's like so many Igbos are investing their own in house, in buying material things. But Biafrans are investing their own to restore and to liberate that land of Biafra. Today, we,
No, you say you don't have question.
okay. So I'm pleading to all Biafrans for we to fund our government, because we know that a day like this is coming after our redeclaration. Our Prime Minister make it known to us all that after our redeclaration, we will continue to fund our government until we gain recognition. Today, those years, we the Biafrans and the Igbo people have been now have seen how the Nigeria terrorist army chief of staff, which is Musa, crying crying that the only means to destroy the Biafra government is to get the source of their fund, those source of our fund. And today, Ngozi Obeze, in a way, succeed taking the Biafran people money to give to the terrorist people to come and kill us in our land. For those who are funding Ngozi, and for those who are standing on the fence, that they do not understand what is going on. When the war come, the war don't know if you are funding or if you are not funding. But the only thing that the Biafran people benefit, those who are funding the Biafra government, those who are funding the spirits of the land of Biafra, land, because you are sacrificing to make sure that we defend that land. So we are calling on all Biafra on funding. Minister, I want to come up with a question. This now, it came to my mind. So let me call it a question. As now we are a nation, and the land of Biafra is being owned by Biafran people. And there's some activities our enemy or this of the country or the slave master over us are still getting income, money from the citizens of that particular land, to still fund those people who are still coming back to kill them in different way. This is my question. Like now we are a nation, like there is a Catholic Church and the Anglican Church. It is the white people, the European, who bring it to Biafra land. And today, our people have given them fund, taking it back to Europe. And these European people, they still fund all these terrorists who are coming indirectly way to Islamize us, to kill us, to force us to believe in their own way of life. So my question is this: is there any way that Biafran government will stop all these funds that the citizens of Biafra land we stop giving these terrorists over us this their fund? So if it is their way, those funds we will be using it in our land, it will be more beneficiary for us. So this is my question. Thank you, my minister.
Minister of Information, over to you. Minister of Information, are you there? Young Money. Young Money.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, that question. Please, can you repeat
Okay,
that question?
this is my question. I say, today we are a nation, and these colonist masters, they have ways that they are generating money from the citizens of Biafra land. The example I use is Anglican Church and Catholic Church in Biafra land. We know every Sunday or every month. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. me and you know that the knight in this dominion, they represent soldier in the land. So, and all the eastern governors today, that is what they represent. And today they are massacring Biafra people and they are massacring Igbo people. So me, I'm not condemning the body because I know our people cherish it so much. You understand? But I'm saying to a government that as we are looking for fun, and these people then still allow themselves to be deceived by enemies. Like these people who followed Ngozo Rabeze, the fund that we need to gather together. So then still give those funds to Nigeria terrorist government. Yes.
Minister of Information. They say your voice is not on YouTube.